I'm sorry I'm kind of late for this, but it's like 10:30 over here where I'm at. So, sorry that I'm kind of late for making for posting this. Sorry about earlier. That I am a little bit early or a little bit late actually. So, um, sorry about that. And let's get to it. So today we're going back to R slash mostly. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed this series. This is the last one we're going to make for. Actually, no, I might not make the last one. This actually may not be the last one. But for y'all people that wants to read this, watch this, turn off your lights. Go get a snack. Go get a popcorn. Go get whatever you want. Go get something. Go get something. Turn your light off mostly. Go get something to drink. I may need to go get something to drink. I may need to read this. And it's going to make clog up. So, yeah, let's get to it. But hold on. I know I'm on high definition, but yep. Okay, let's get to it. We're wasting time here. All right, let's get to it, shall we? I'm usually looking down there. I don't look at this because I'm looking down here. I don't look at this. I don't look at y'all. Okay, I don't look at y'all. Okay. Let's see if we can find r slash mostly. Because usually they post ours. Refresh the page. Nope, wrong button. And let's go in full. So I hid in my son's car. What I saw horrified me. Okay, this ain't as lengthy, but it's still one that we can read about, and I might just get off and just go to bed because it's like what 10:42. So I hid my camera in my son's car, and what I saw horrified me. So this child says I hid my camera in my son's car. Please don't go thinking that I'm being overprotective, parent, because I'm not. I simply did what was necessary to ensure his safety. Last month, my son, 17 years old, got in a mild car accident due to drunk driving. I was immensely disappointed in him. I made it that very clear a punishment. As you see, I don't got any glasses on. Stuttering. As punishment, I decided to put him in lockdown. The set rule was he couldn't leave the house unless given permission. He wasn't allowed out of my sight, and I couldn't risk him drinking again. Anyways, my son was. I decided to install a camera in my son's car, in his car. One of those cool tiny ones that aren't noticeable unless you search for them. I planted an air vent at the top. Even the vent cracked open. My son isn't the brightest, so you would never think to search his car. He would never expect a camera. After watching his actions for a week, I determined that he had gotten his act together and couldn't leave the house again. 3 weeks has passed and there was no suspicious activity on the car camera. So I decided it would be okay for letting him drive. I regretted that decision most seriously. He bolted out of the house and hopped in the car and headed to his girlfriend's house without even letting me know. I'm quite annoyed that he didn't ask for permission, but I'll let it slide this time. since it is her birthday now. I started to watch the camera car intensely. He'd gotten into her house a few minutes ago. He left her birthday present in the car. I knew he would head back to the car with her. I felt sick to my stomach thinking about what they might do. The door unlocked, and he slipped into the back seat with his girlfriend behind him. Happy birthday, babe. He spoke. I know it's a big year for you, so I got something extra special. Give her a kiss and then hand her a box. She shook it instantly and snickered. I wonder what's inside. She ripped out the wrapping paper only to meet the blindfold. Blindfold? What the heck is this for? Babe, let me put it on you. I'm going to take you to a trip somewhere special. It's going to be a huge surprise. I crawled in the front of the car, started driving, and recognized the path he was taking back home. He hadn't got his girlfriend for her birthday. He very well knew that. Why is he bringing him back here? Car crept and drove. Okay, babe, we're ready. Parked the car and hopped out, headed straight to the passenger side. He slid the blindfold off his girlfriend, who wore a saving grin on her face. Take my hand, let's go. Let's end her together. They locked eye contact, and his girlfriend slid a knife out of her pocket. My heart suddenly dropped in my gut. Thump, thump, thump. Sharp knocking. Mama, I'm home. I brought Brookie with me. That was short. So, update. I managed to call the cops, but when they got to my house, my son was no longer there. They traded me for invading my teenage son's privacy and stalking him, and refused to believe anything I testified against him. I'm going to book a hotel room to stay in, bring video evidence to the police station, and hope for the best. I wish I knew, but it was too late to undo what I might have done now. I don't know if he was currently unarmed and hiding upstairs. It's only a matter of time until he either breaks down the door and leaves. Or leaves. I hope he just leaves. Is there anything I can say to reason with him that doesn't involve bringing up the camera? I know he'll be more upset if he finds out. I don't want to end up. I don't want my son to end up in jail. I don't know if I want to live without him. His girlfriend is the one with the knife. So if I called the cops on them, do you think they would be both arrested? You're right. It's just process. Let the process. It's hard to think he could ever become a murderer. It's easy to blame his girlfriend than him. I'm going to need to head out the back window and hope they don't find me. I need an update. I took a turn. Not quick. Sorry about the confusion. This is my first no sleep post, and I'm not the best storyteller. I might do a second part / update if the people want one. Yeah, they want one. They want an update, bitch. So, OP, uh, um, I would say nothing on no sleep is. And in my character, in my character, so, in my character, in character, well, and don't worry, You don't sound stupid. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but I have to somewhat end this short. I know this is, well, short, but you have to end this short because I really don't want to go be terrified of something and then go to sleep. I go be able to go to sleep because it's 10:50. And thanks for the two fears that stayed along with this ride. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do another one. Just for the old time's sake. Because, yeah, this is going to be a little long, but hell, stay with me. It's a series. We don't want a series. Let's do this one. See how, okay, this ain't lengthy, but it is. So, let me grab my glasses real quick. And let's read this. Oh, whoever's watching, I wanted you to say hey so I can read your comment and see who it is. I know this is a little bit weird, but I'm just checking on y'all. But, all right. The story I didn't tell from my sheriff days. I can still remember it clearly all these years later. It was 1981 or 82. I'm not entirely sure. But it was November. That I do recall. Late November. Winter crept in. If you could feel ever approaching in ice in air, stabbing at your lungs. When the sun fell at the time, the sheriff of a small town that sat near the northern border, town called Kendall. Started around there was started there around 1969 and became a sheriff in 73. That besides the point. I'm retired now, been numbers of years, and I often ask my friends or even my grandchildren to hear stories from the days, of which I had plenty. What's the craziest things you ever seen as a cop? My granddaughter asks a lot, you ever been scared? Have you ever used your gun? Usually, I tell them a few stories. Tell them the same few stories. About the time I was short at, or shot at, or the idiots who took me chases on up and down the highway. They're innocent enough for them, which makes me look like a hero. And nobody ever really got hurt in the end. The truth is, the thing that is always stuck with nothing like that. Nothing is so simple as a thug with a pistol or jumped up as a teenager stealing a car. Something that profoundly moved me in a way that no man should be. It began one morning, a gray, cloudy day, when I arrived at the station and found a call had been for us. A young male named Jonathan, or an Allegheny native, whose father that I'd known well from some years back. He managed a small stable of horses that could lend officers. If we needed to mount up, Jonathan said something happened to one of those horses, but he didn't expect exactly what. Explain exactly what. And said he needed he needs someone there was as soon as possible. See, I'm starting to stutter. I'm starting to misspell and everything. He sounded distressed, as there was something ominous to his voice. I was loaded up and set off his way. About an hour away out from the highway, he lived on reservation land. and my mind immediately ran the thought of recent tragedy. A group of hikers had gone to the camp up in the reservation, all of whom were still missing. All those weeks later, agreed to go and meet with them, and took off in the police pickup in case the terrain got hairy. He lived in a small home pushed up the edge in the forest on the hidden from the highway by tall brush. My truck pushed its way up its dirt road, and I arrived at the property. I had never been up this far before. Whenever we came back to pick up a mount, they were always been waiting for us on the road. It was a poor. It was a in poor stable condition. But there was this dark green pickup parked back at the bottom of the long steep hill. I parked beside it, and I could see the stables for horses behind the home, but no signs of the horses themselves. Which is confusing. It was a hand built cabin with a modern amenities, presumably installed by the man's father years ago. Those around him stayed in trouble. He died some years back. I knew the boy took it hard. In fact, I believed him last time I saw him at the funeral. Grown by now, I thought, as I climbed the slope. I was nearly by the time I was walked up to the rickety steps of the cabin. I raped on the old cabin. There was no answer. Suddenly I began to take a foul odor. I attacked. It attacked my nose and caused me to recoil. I called out and received an answer from behind the house. I said, "I'm in a hole by the fields." And next to him, scurried a corpse of one of his horses. Christ, I said, what the hell went on here? All right, guys. So I guess y'all enjoyed. Yeah, that's a little bit of it. Part two. I'm gonna sleep. Y'all probably won't. I don't know. I'll see you guys next time on another one. And peace out.